Hey friends, this time around I took a trip out to Cape May, New Jersey so I could check out the wreck of the SS Atlantis. This was one of 12 experimental concrete ships during the World War I era. Thanks a lot for joining. First and foremost, I have to say that this site is actually really dangerous, and after having snorkeled it, totally not worth the risk. Think of it like this: I snorkeled this site so that you don't have to. I went out to this wreck on an extremely flat day, precisely during low slack tide. This area is susceptible to very strong tidal currents. If you don't prepare properly or bring the proper equipment, according to several sources, it can be nigh impossible to swim back to shore on your own should you get caught in one of these outgoing currents. The remains of this ship face directly inwards toward the beach. As you swim up, first you reach the bow area, which you'll see is completely separated from the stern area directly behind it. Much of the bow area is covered in mussels, and you'll see that there are several metal reinforcement rods that are exposed, both of which are very hazardous. Additionally, visibility underwater was absolutely zero. I couldn't even see just a couple inches in front of me. While swimming around, my body kept bumping into parts of the bow that I couldn't see. If I hadn't been wearing a wetsuit, I could have easily gotten scraped up against some mussels, or, even worse, impaled by a rusty piece of exposed metal. Moving on, I went to go check out the next part of the ship, where part of the hull is exposed, lying on its port side. Since I couldn't see underwater, I decided not to swim through the area, but I decided to swim closer and swim on the outside of it. I also do appreciate that the cormorants are sitting on top of this thing sunning themselves. Glad to see that somebody is getting some use out of the wreckage. The idea of a concrete ship might seem very silly, but you have to keep in mind the context. During the years of World War I, the United States was experiencing a shortage of steel. They needed to find alternative materials in order to quickly build the ships that they needed. During its 2 years of service, the SS Atlantis made voyages along the U.S. East Coast, shipping resources such as coal. It also made at least 2 successful voyages across the Atlantic Ocean, transporting troops between the United States and Europe. Some might find that surprising. I find it truly fascinating. And I mean, come on, this thing just looks so intriguing from the shoreline, let's be real. That wraps up my snorkel at the wreck of the SS Atlantis. If you're interested, I definitely recommend checking out a little bit more history, and there's tons of information online. Again, thanks for watching. Have a good one.